Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be sharing some of my spicy K-pop opinions. Some of these are popular and some are unpopular. Make sure to tell me what you think about these opinions in the comments down below. Without further ado, let's get into the video. 1. Kepler was Wake 1's test subject. That's why ZB1 is treated better. I can't describe how much I've heard people talk about how Kepler is treated way worse than ZB1. There are so many reasons, to be honest. First off, something fans tend to forget is that Kepler was the first survival group by Mnet since the Produce scandal, so they needed to play their cards right. Mnet clearly didn't know what fans were looking for nowadays and decided to make Kepler an experimental group. I think this answers one of the main questions everyone has: why haven't Kepler done a concept and stick to it? Mnet needed to experiment and see what everyone likes. This is why we didn't get another space concept after WEEEKLY. The only issue with this idea is that ever since WEEEKLY, Kepler hasn't stuck to a specific concept. Up and Giddy were received well by fans, but for some reason, instead of Mnet continuing the concept these two songs had, they made a song like We Fresh which didn't sit well with fans at all. Throughout this year, Mnet must have been observing what had been trending. This is why when ZB1 was about to debut, Wake 1 and Mnet already knew what they were going to do with the group, and they were received better. This is still no excuse for the low-quality birthday lives for Kepler and high-quality birthday live for ZB1. There is definitely mistreatment going on, but on the musical side of things, this is my guess on what the reason for it is. 2. Get Up was the worst release by NewJeans. Now before I continue, let me warn you all, this isn't me saying the release was bad. I loved the songs, I just think production-wise, this is the worst release by NewJeans. Starting off with the introduction song to the EP, NewJeans. The song follows this early 2000s video game theme song beat. The song doesn't have much to it simply because it's an introduction song. Super Shy to me felt very underproduced. The song samples the Powerpuff Girls theme song melody while giving it a Y2K twist. The song repeats multiple parts again and again. Unlike Oh My God or Hype Boy, the song lacks this unique sound and unique element. The song felt like it was made in 2 minutes. ETA and Cool With You are probably the most produced songs on the EP. The songs have complete verses and choruses. Unlike Super Shy, these two songs have a distinctive sound that isn't something we have heard from NewJeans before. ASAP was fine but underwhelming. Now the real issue lies with Get Up. I've mentioned this previously, but this song is an interlude. The issue I have with that is the fact that you have 5 other songs that are full and complete songs, while the best song on the whole album is less than a minute long. Get Up is better than all of the other songs and has the ingredients to be a great title track, but they decided to make it an interlude instead of a title track. I will never forgive Minheejin for making this song 36 seconds long. Overall the album just was all screwed up. I feel like Minheejin put more effort in the songs that aren't supposed to represent the album, but puts zero effort in the songs people will remember the album by. 3. 17 has the best discography out of HYBE. Most people are quick to say that NewJeans, TXT, or LE SSERAFIM have the best discography in HYBE, but in my opinion it's 17. This group is self-produced if I'm correct. I do know that member Woozi produces a lot of their songs himself. I know some people may bring up the fact that their music doesn't stick to one specific concept, but I feel like 17 has established themselves a solid name in K-pop and can do different concepts and people will still know it as 17. I don't think NewJeans has gotten to the point where they can release music that's not solely Y2K without people feeling like it's not NewJeans. 17 also knows how to release content with different concepts and sounds and add their own flair to it. 17 is a group full of distinct and unique voices. They have a decent range of sounds, from deep to higher sounds. This helps 17 a lot because this makes the variety of sounds and concepts they can try out even larger. We have seen 17 do bouncy, fun, boy crush, and more concepts. 17 understands how to build suspense in their songs with nearly any concept too. Examples of this are Super, Hot, Pretty You, and more. 17 has proven time and time again that fans can trust them to release good music no matter what concept they present. 4. The fact that the 5th generation of K-pop has started isn't that big of a deal. I really don't understand why so many people are pressed that the 5th gen started. Like, the 3rd generation's peak was literally during the first 2 years of the 4th generation, yet no one was complaining about the new generation starting. It's like you all are afraid that NewJeans or IVE will become old. Like no, NewJeans and IVE have had such a big impact on K-pop in the last year, and just because a new generation of K-pop is starting doesn't mean that your faves will become old or boring. Plus, really the only thing happening when a new generation starts is a new musical approach or sound is trending in all new debuted groups. Like a lot of groups debuting this year are debuting with either experimental or Y2K themed music. The fifth generation of K-pop will not be a threat to the fourth generation. This was proven with the transition from third generation to fourth. Fourth generation had huge success, but they still weren't even considered a threat to the third generation until fourth gen groups started breaking record after record. Even now, NewJeans, TXT, and Stray Kids aren't a big competition for third gen groups. The two generations simply are the most popular ones and just break each other's records left and right. I don't think many people have to worry about the fifth gen taking the fame away from the fourth general. Both generations are doing exceptionally well so far and have been breaking records separate from each other. The fourth gen is more so breaking the bigger records like album sales or pre-orders, etc. Meanwhile the fifth gen is more so breaking debut records like most subscribers or first group to do this. Overall, I don't think K-pop stans should be worried about the fifth gen stealing the spotlight from the fourth general. 5. A K-pop group not getting more than one comeback in a year isn't mistreatment. Now I know this one seems very crazy, but just trust me on this. I feel like K-pop stans are so quick to call something mistreatment, like it's crazy. Like I remember seeing someone saying HYBE was mistreated for apparently only having a comeback in July in 2022. This is false as they had two comebacks that year. They had Blessed Cursed and Future Perfect. This is just one example of fans acting like a group not having a comeback 4 or 5 months after their last release is mistreatment. Real mistreatment is what happened to Loona or Omega X. Everyone acts like it's such a big deal when a bigger K-pop group doesn't get a comeback 2 or 3 times a year. But then for smaller groups, it can take literal harassment to be mistreatment. I'm positive that if it wasn't for the extent of the Omega X mistreatment allegations, K-pop stans would have shrugged it off and it would have been such a smaller issue than what it was. Stuff like having one comeback a year or a member getting fewer lines than the others isn't mistreatment, it's mismanagement. I think a ton of K-pop stans get these two mixed up too much. I remember hearing people saying that Blackpink were being mistreated for only having one comeback in 2022. That wasn't mistreatment. And it really wasn't even mismanagement. They were gearing up for a world tour. It was sad seeing K-pop stans caring more about their fave not getting the most lines in their new song than a K-pop group getting harassed by their CEO. 6. K-pop stans have some of the pickiest musical taste ever. K-pop stans are often going on Twitter or Reddit to simply just make comments about how they don't like 16 seconds of a song and then saying they love the rest but that one part of the song ruined it so much that they hate it. K-pop stans literally act like the companies are the problem when sometimes it's the fans. K-pop stans try to act like companies just don't get their music taste when some of these people literally don't like any song that doesn't have the same melody as their favorite K-pop song. Then they want to go around saying that the company is just being boring releasing the same song every time when you're the same one who asked for it. K-pop stans literally get so shocked when a K-pop song doesn't follow the same beat that their previous song followed. For example, everyone said that Unforgiven by LE SSERAFIM was a bad song because it wasn't better than Anti-Fragile. Unforgiven wasn't a bad song, Anti-Fragile was simply better and that's okay. Just because a K-pop group doesn't make a song that's better than their previous song every single time doesn't mean that the group doesn't release good music. A good example of this is Stray Kids. S-Class wasn't better than Thunderous or Maniac yet it was still an amazing song. K-pop stans just get these stupid ideas in their heads and then get mad when their expectations aren't met. Honestly, if you're just going to get mad every time a K-pop title track isn't better than the previous title track, just leave K-pop, because you'll never be satisfied. Trust me, that's all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please like and subscribe as it would help me a lot with my goal to get to 100 subscribers. Tell me in the comments what you think about my opinions. I'll see you in the next video. Ivimolzz signing off.